I mean, just his demeanor, both on the field, off the field, things like that.
Oh, he's a great leader. That's the main thing. He lead all guys, from every position, even defense. And with that, that's a big part of the game. And not only that, during the game, he just kept us calm, just kept us focused in the right mindset.
Yeah, first of all, welcome back. Obviously, you share rotation with Kevin Riley. What have you seen this kid be able to really immerse himself as being one of the other backs to be able to produce for this team?
I actually made him sit next to me during meetings, just to help him out, just prepare him for what's coming. And, I feel like a proud father, I was with him the whole time, just helping him get better each and every day.
What did it mean to be able to get it back on that field, put on that jersey, and be able to run and absorb the contact?
Oh, it felt great. It was a great feeling to get back on that field, and I had to go out there and do what I could do for the team to win.
Did you hate that you wasn't able to get another wheel route touchdown against Georgia?
Yeah, it was in the back of my head, but it is what it is. We came out with a W, and that's all I'm happy about.
Talk to us about the trust y'all have on the offensive line. Y'all rotated a lot tonight.
Oh, we trust anybody that's coming in. They know what to do. From the youngest to the oldest. It's all about preparation. Everybody got ready during practice each and every week, and once their time comes, they did great.
Ty said earlier in the week that you were practicing like a wild man. Would you say that was accurate, and what was your week like building up to this?
Yeah, it was accurate. I've been out for so long, just seeing everybody else practicing, playing games and all that. I was just ready to come back and just get back into it.
How much does the mental aspect of that and just the being excited to get back into it with the guys, how does that go with the intensity, for lack of a better word, of coming into an environment like you're facing tonight, like kind of getting thrown into the fire as a welcome back?
It's all about preparation. Even though I was injured, I was still going over the game plan, still watching films. Not only that, but for the first game, second, and the third game, just getting myself in that zone to be able to do what's best.
You've been around this program now for a while. To see the way you guys responded to what obviously was a tough opening. I know you haven't played. I don't sense that you guys are surprised by this, that you felt like you could come back from that FSU game.
Oh, yeah, it's all about trust. Of course, everybody know what happened that first game. You just got to just keep moving forward, just keep getting better each and every day.
Tell me about the post-game locker room. What was that like?
It was all saying 1-0. Just go 1-0. Coach Grubb, he say discipline equals freedom. Once you do all your job, you be able to go out there and play fast free.
Jim, that's the fourth down play for you asked about it, but tell me when that call's made, just kind of your reaction, and just essentially walk me through what you're seeing and what made it successful.
Sorry,
third down.
No, we do it during practice each and every day. It's all about preparation. And once that play gonna get called, it's a possible chance that the ball will get thrown to me or not. But once it did, I just go out there and make a play.
Obviously, it's a short pass play, but there's always a little bit of risk when you put the ball in the air. How much pressure do you feel in this moment?
No pressure at all. I practice catching the ball each and every day after practice. Just get my hands right for that time.
I saw Ryan Grubb made a point to come talk to you pregame. What can you share about what his message was going into this game for you?
Just go out there and be great. First game back going against Georgia. You just said go out there, do what you do best.
How strong is Kalen's connection with the locker room right now?
Oh, great. He gave everybody hype in there. Get everybody ready, prepared to go for war.
Had you seen that fire from him before that he's shown in recent weeks since week one?
Oh yeah, yes, of course. He's an energy man. Most people might not see it, but trust me, in that locker room, it's get crazy.
So much talk about the road being an issue. Did that all get to you guys at all this week, being that the problems that you guys have had on the road?
No, it's just we all just got to focus on ourselves, just the team. We can't let no outside noise, anybody what they got to think about us. We just got to focus on us and go do our job.
How well do you think you played tonight?
I think I did great. I think, of course, I could get better, but as long as we won, that's all that matters.
How as a team do you approach Vandy coming in knowing what happened last year?
We just got to keep moving forward. We can't let back because of winning this game against Georgia. We just got to keep the gas on the pedal.
Jim, what does it mean for you just to come back and be able to close out a game with a play like that on third down and really end the game?
It was great. First game, of course, going against Georgia. But to be able to close the game out, you know, it was a great feeling. You know, first time being at this stadium, first time coming here, you know, just be able to win in this game, you know, it's a great feeling.
How'd you feel in pass pro? I know it's running back's one of the most physical positions on the football field, but it's a different kind of physical when you're going up against somebody blocking. How'd that feel for you tonight?
No, it felt great. You know, it's all about preparation. You know, we do blocking circuit each and every day, you know, especially running backs. You know, that's the main thing of the game is blocking. And once the time comes, we're ready for it.
Kalen said the challenge is going to be keeping that edge that you guys have had since week one. How do you think this team is going to keep that chip on your shoulder, that edge as you continue SEC play?
You know, what we always say is just remember the fire, you know, just remember the burn from the first game. And then just having that chip on our shoulders will keep us continue to keep on going.
How did it feel kind of getting that first pass pro out of your way? One thing to take a carry, but how did it feel to get that first block out of the way?
You know, it was great. You know, I've been waiting to make contact with somebody since the first game. You know, I was been ready for it, and as time came, I did it.
Where do you feel like this ground game is?
So again,
Where do you feel like this ground game is improving better?
you know, this game, it can still improve all over. You know, we ain't played our best game yet, and you know, we just got to keep preparing, just keep practicing harder, and just get better.
Thanks, everybody.